I was driving down the road just the other day and I saw a sign for a yard sale. And that's pretty common around Tennessee. There's yard sales, garage sales, estate sales, stuff going on all the time. This sign caught my interest. It said yard sale Saturday, such and such time. But right beside the yard sale it said hashtag life-changing yard sale. So apparently if you go there and buy their junk, it's going to change your life. I'm going to have to check that one out. I tell you what, life-changing yard sale. I thought that was pretty interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. I thought I'd share it with you guys. I thought it was pretty funny. So anyways, here's what's going on today. I got some bad news. This morning, I was supposed to go to the dentist and get my permanent crowns put on so I could quit talking like a 4-year-old. But the dental office called this morning and the power is out. I don't know when it's going to get turned back on, so I'm on standby today. Hopefully they'll call me later on and say the power's on. I can go get that taken care of, but who knows, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. It's hard to tell stuff like that. So the good news is though, we've got some logs coming today, friends. I've got 3 truckloads of logs on the way. 2 are coming from one company, and the last load's coming from a buddy of mine just down the road. So it's always a good day to Sawmill when fresh logs are coming in. And it looks like, yep, he's turning in. The first 2 loads are here. You guys hang in there, see what we get. Check out the first 2 loads of the day. Looks like mostly red oak. Got some poplar right there. Good sized poplar right there in the back. That's about a 14-footer. Good sized red oak right there. This is mostly red oak. Just a few poplars in here. Another poplar right there. Another red oak. Let me go the other side over there because there's something under this poplar you guys will want to see. All right, so over here, that's a really nice red oak right there. That's about 20-inch diameter. It looks like a 12-footer. Very limited knots on that red oak. Got a large knot right there on the top, and that's about it. It's a really good log right there. Some lower grade oak below it, still not too bad. Some more poplar right there in the middle, and this right here may be the best log out of this whole load right here, friends. Check this out. This is a maple, and it has a ton of ambrosia in it, and I know you can't see it because this log was cut down, or this tree rather was cut about 4 or 5 months ago. I went and checked it out after he cut it. But man, there is a ton of ambrosia going on right there on that end grain. And you could see that on both sides when the tree came down. Looks like it's about a 10-footer. And I'm not sure on the diameter, but down here on the large end, that's at least 32, 34 inches. So on top of that maple, we do have some more poplar and some more oak, and that's pretty much it. But that right there, friends, is a nice load of logs. Actually 2 loads, and I'm really glad to have them. We're getting a little low on oak around here. Now we're going to head up there to the sawmill because the guy bringing the cedar just now pulled on my road, and he's actually in a regular dump truck, so I could have him back up to the sawmill and dump them up there. And I'm not seeing these cedars yet, but they should be pretty good. This guy knows what he's doing, and he knows not to bring nothing bad here. If he does, I'll tell him to leave. All right, here's the 3rd load of the day. Some really nice red cedar logs. These are 8-footers. Average diameter is about 12 inches. Really nice stuff right here. That one right there is almost shaped like a heart. Guys, these logs right here came from my buddy. He lives about 2 miles down the road. And the agreement we have on these logs, we're doing halves. If you're not familiar with that, that means he gets half and I get half. It's pretty simple, I guess. So a lot of you guys might not be familiar with that aren't used to sawmill work, but sawing on halves. And a lot of people do that nowadays. In the past, I did it on stuff like walnut, or if it's something I needed, but I didn't do it a whole lot. Because sometimes you get stuck to the species you can't do nothing with. But cedar, I can sell cedar pretty fast here. So that's a win-win for both of us. He gets some free sawing done, and all the time he has in this is really just harvesting the trees. Then I get the other half to sell. And as a result of the half that I sell, it will more than pay for my fuel expenses and my labor to saw up his half. So you always got to think about that. If you're doing halves, make sure your half of the lumber will pay you back for your time and your wear and tear and your equipment, your fuel, your blades and all that on their half, and you're left over with enough profit to make it make sense to you. So just be mindful of that. I sawed on halves one time for pine for a guy, and I lost my you-know-what on that. I tell you, it was not a good idea. I shouldn't have done it. With cedar, I'll do it all day. Here's something else here, friends. He did make another run over here, and he brought 4 more that couldn't fit on his truck. But as you can see, those are not very good saw logs. There's a ton of rot right there in the middle. So when it comes to cedar, your best log in this area for eastern red cedar is about 10 or 12 inches diameter. When you start getting something like this, and I think the diameter on these are about, that one right there is about 20 inches, that you ate up with rot in the middle. And I don't know what causes that. Maybe a forester will let us know down in the comments below why large eastern red cedar trees tend to rot out right there in the middle. But those are just not good saw logs at all. It's very rare you get one that size that's solid in the middle. And people will send me pictures all the time of trees. They'll send me pictures of these giant cedar trees, 25-inch diameter, wanting to sell them. And I'm like, I'm interested, but cut them down first, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to be rotten in the middle. Every time. And eastern red cedar is a rot-resistant tree, but for some reason, when it gets over 12 or 14 inches in diameter, it just starts rotting at the pith and just gets worse. Maybe somebody will let us know down in the comments. I'm not sure why that happens. I'd like to know though. So tomorrow we're supposed to be getting some rain, so I need to bring some logs up here so we got something to saw. And I need to fill a red oak order first, I guess. I need to saw 400 board feet. Is it 4? I can't remember, I wrote it down. I think it is 400 of 1x6s by 8. So we'll go down here to the log yard. I got most of those sorted out last night, and I might use a 754 and start bringing them up here, getting them ready to saw. We'll start sawing these today, and we'll finish them tomorrow, I guess. That'd be a good plan right there. Because what is today? Today's Wednesday. I like to have those done by Friday. Till Saturday, I have a life-changing yard sale to go to. I hope you guys can make it. It just might change your life. All right, friends, this right here is the red oak we're going to take up to the sawmill. And if you're wondering why we're cutting this into 1x6s, I think this will be used to put siding on a barn. Right there is the reason why. This is some pretty low grade oak. You can see that really large knot right there where it swells out. Over here on this one, another large knot right there. These are not really high grade logs. I would not want to cut these up to be kiln dried for cabinet makers that have too many defects in them. So using them for barn wood is a very good use for something like this. I mean, look right there on the other side, another large knot right there. I'll tell you what, guys, for some reason people are going up and down this road over here behind me blowing their horn. I don't know what's going on up there. I know what it is. Everybody's getting excited for the life-changing yard sale this weekend. I know I'm excited. Me and Bruno will not miss that. Have I mentioned how much I like this big old cab on this machine? Man, it's nice. As you can see, I'm still getting used to these controls. I think I'll go ahead and take this one up to the sawmill. I was going to bring the 754 down here and bring them up, but I got a good grip on this one. Might as well take it on. Raise your bucket. That's good. Now ease forward. Very slow. Come on. Easy. You got plenty of room. Come on. Push forward. Keep going. Good. Now lower the bucket. The other way. Down. A little bit further. Turn the switch. Yeah. Good job.